Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. We are going to discuss Buckingham Pi theorem. Many queries had come regarding this transport phenomenon, that some lectures should be on the transport phenomena. So we will post some lectures on this. First, let us see a simple topic, Buckingham Pi theorem. It says that if there are n variables in a problem and these variables contain p primary dimension, the primary dimensions are like mass, length, time, temperature, like these are the primary dimension. Then the equation relating all the variables will have n minus p dimensionless group. Okay, so in the fluid mechanics, if there are n variables to define a system, like suppose we define the properties like density, velocity, viscosity. So these are the some variables to define a state of a system, and among these variables the dimensions which are there, we know mass, length, time, then temperature, like theta. Suppose we take temperature theta, then current is there, right? Current is there, ampere. Then amount of light candela, that is called then number of mole. These are the some 7 basic dimensions, right? But in the case of fluid dynamics, we'll generally encounter up to this 4, like we can encounter temperature, time, fine, length and mass. Okay, so let us see some problems. This is one problem which was asked in GATE 2019. Here it is given the terminal rise velocity of a spherical shaped solid in a liquid obeys the following functional relationship. Here u is the terminal rise velocity, right? And d is the diameter, w is the apparent weight, and mu is the viscosity, and rho is the density of the liquid. So guys, in the system, so there are how many variables? See, velocity is one variable, diameter, then w is the apparent weight, mu is the viscosity, and this rho is the density, and d is the diameter. Sorry, d is your diameter and rho is the density. So we can write this function as function of u comma d comma w comma mu comma rho is equal to 0. That means there are 5 variables, right? And if you take this 5 variable, like it is the velocity, terminal rise velocity, so it will have unit of meter per second, right? Then d is your diameter, so it will have meter. Weight, it will have kg, right? Apparent weight, okay, fine. Mu is the viscosity, right? So what is the unit of viscosity? So guys, what will be the unit of viscosity? We can calculate from here. If you don't remember, then Newton per meter square, tau is equal to mu is the viscosity. This is meter per second and meter, right? So mu is Newton second per meter square. Fine. If you again break this, then it will be kg into acceleration, right? Second per meter square. So it will contain the variable like weight is there, second is there, and length is there. Fine. Then density is kg per meter cube, right? So among these, if you consider what are the primary dimensions which we have, then we'll see here meter is there, kg is there, meter is there, and second is there, right? So m, l and t, 3 dimensions only. There are 3 dimensions, and initially we had 5 variable. So how many dimensionless variable can be? 5 minus 3, right? We knew the formula n minus p, right? So n is here 5 and p is your 3, so it will have 2, right? Fine. Okay, now let us move to next question. Analysis of a flow phenomenon in a system requires the following variables. These are the variables which are needed to define a system, right? Here it is clearly given that these are the variables. So pressure, velocity, size, density, viscosity. So there are how many variables? There are 5. And if you see the primary dimension, then here it has got m, l and t, right? L T2, L M L M L minus 1 T minus 1, right? So there are only 3 primary variable. So how many dimensionless variables shall be? Again here it will be 5 minus 3, that is 2. So it shall be 2. Fine. So similarly you can solve using this Buckingham Pi theorem. Okay guys, so thank you all.